Welcome back to Reviews on the Run. We have reviewed Thor 3 times already in the show today. Yeah. This is the 4th one. This is the one that counts. This is the movie starring Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Right? He's the Thor man. He's got the hair, and he's got the look, and he takes his shirt off at one point, and he is Thor underneath, too. He's Thor on the outside, and he's Thor. Oh, man, is he ever ripped.
I don't know if there's been an actor that's been more superhero ripped in a movie.
But anyway, let's not spend the whole review talking about his physique. This takes place in Asgard, and the king of everything is
Odin.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yes.
He plays Odin, who unfortunately checks out for a lot of the movie.
He goes into Odin sleep.
You know, we're laughing a lot because so much of the mythology surrounding Thor is just downright silly. He's probably one of the silliest superheroes ever.
It's real Norse mythology, though. That's what's so cool about it. I know it's a bit silly, but it's actually based on true fables and legends that you can go back and read in history books.
Those legends and fables, silly.
You dare threaten me, Thor?
There's a city that seems like it's a leftover set from the planet Naboo, from the Star Wars movies.
That would be Asgard.
There's a whole lot of cheese, but what there is, if you keep watching the movie, there's a lot of gravity to this cheese.
Yeah, well, you know what I love about it is that there is a knowing awareness that this is going to be really hard for most people to kind of suspend their disbelief.
They know,
and the characters in the movie can't suspend their disbelief.
No, it's silly. What happens is Thor starts out in Asgard, and through a series of conflicts, which we won't give away too much, he ends up in the Earth realm, where he is stripped of his armor, he's stripped of his hammer, he's just a normal guy, and he's not fitting in very well. And that's probably some of the comic high points of the movie.
It's fantastic. He's a Norse god
and they don't overdo it.
No,
they kind of like, he finishes his coffee at one point, he says, I enjoyed that.
I like it. Another!
The big question here at the end of the show is, why are the video games so terrible? Why is Marvel minding the store so well when it comes to the movies?
It's unbelievable.
But the video games are just throwaway junk.
Especially because this played like a wonderful video game. There were levels in this movie, or scenes in this movie that looked like they were ripped right out of a video game, or perfect material for an excellent video game. And what we got was piss poor. All of those games were just half-assed.
I was really knocked out by this, and you know me, I'm watching this thing and I'm thinking, what is this happy horse?
Yeah.
And then by the end of this movie, I was so charmed and so enamored of all the characters, and it was really funny, and we laughed.
It was smart.
And our jaws were hanging open, and there were some great special effects. One complaint, though, I'm tired of 3D. I'm tired of it. It did this movie a huge disservice by making things blurry and out of focus and dark and shadowy. And again, as with all 3D movies, they forget to keep putting in 3D stuff. About halfway through,
it was totally negligible. There was no reason to have 3D in this at all.
Stop with this 3D stuff.
See it in 2D. The colors are going to pop off the screen. Some of the most beautiful imagery I've ever seen, and I'm really excited now to see what Green Lantern brings to the screen, because it's it's obvious.
One at a time.
I mean, I can't really imagine a better Thor movie getting made. What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
There you go.
Great stuff.